In this day and age, dating apps are all the rage, like Tinder and Bumble. So that begs the question, should you sleep with someone on the first date?
Like the poking it.
Oh.
What?
The what?
It's like sleeping with someone.
The D and the V?
Like having
that.
sex.
Fornication.
What do you guys
Sure.
think? I'm not against this in the right circumstances.
I think
Totally.
it 100% depends on the person and whatever they are comfortable with.
I napped with my husband on a first date.
No, you didn't.
That's
No,
romantic.
totally. I actually stayed over at his place the first night, and it was too late before. It was like
cute.
4 a.m, and he was like, "You should stay here."
And he didn't put the
And-
move on you.
No.
He's such a sweet guy.
No, and
Most guys are not
never.
like that. If guys get a girl or whoever in their bed, they're like, this is fun.
but
Not
that's
necessarily
My
the case,
husband too.
actually.
Yeah, same thing. We had a sleepover the first time, and maybe I was a little too
Who are
drunk.
you guys dating?
Listen, here's the thing.
But those are people we married,
Yeah.
right? Like if you are in a place in your life where you're like, I'm ready to find the person, I would recommend not.
Look, life is too short, all right? If you're going on a first date and you are so comfortable and safe and careful and confident and you're doing this for you and not the other person, and you both are consenting humans, go for it.
Well
Why
said.
not?
Your child,
You
will
just have.
come?
My thing is, you need to be getting as much out of it as the other person. It can't be pity or because you
One-sided,
don't want to.
or because he paid. No, it's because you want to get yours.
And
Yeah.
also, I would recommend not being too drunk before you make the decision.
Yes.
And
one way or another.
playing devil's advocate on the other side, you probably shouldn't do this because so many people are
Yeah.
having so much sexy time right now
lot
that
of
you don't know
STDs.
yeah, what that other person is
Zika,
carrying.
which is sexually transmitted.
wrap it
Is it?
up.
Yes.
Oh.
Wrap it up. Not this segment.
Oh, I was like, we just started.
You're
But
good.
even if you wrap it up, you guys, there are some things that you can catch even with a condom.
Yeah, like mouth
So
stuff.
look
Like
for 'em.
herpes. Yeah.
A lot.
Or like chlamydia of the
All right,
throat.
this is getting too serious.
It's not. What? Seriously, opposite. Chlamydia of the throat is too serious.
Why are we talking about chlamydia of the throat?
That's what will happen if you have sex on the first date and the guy's a monster.
It could
Don't have sex,
happen.
you will get pregnant.
And die.
This isn't Mean Girls. Look, this is such an age of like being empowered, and like it's not necessarily, there are studies, I read some, I'm gonna quote them incorrectly, but it's like, let's say 89% of women think that if they sleep with a guy on the first date, he's gonna lose interest. And then they did a study of those men, and it was like
I can tell you.
70% said no, they don't lose interest.
I could tell you from experience, it's quite the opposite.
That is a good point because I have so many friends that are like, oh, I can't have sex with him yet. I can't have sex with him yet because then he won't be interested in me. It's this
That's
weird
the
mental
problem.
state
Yeah.
that a lot of people have that is actually crazy to me.
But then you
because-
have to be on the other side of it where it's like, oh my God, if I don't have sex with him, then he's not going to be interested either.
But here's the thing, that's not true. Men who don't have sex with you but really want to, they just get more and more invested and they stick around and they pay for more things and they
put a ring on
massage
it.
you and they like take you out to nice places because they're like, oh, I just want it so bad.
Here's my thing. If you're questioning if a guy's gonna stay with you purely based on sex, you're with the wrong person.
You shouldn't be
Absolutely.
having sex, period, during
no.
that phase.
If it's like an amazing connection, you feel super safe with this person,
Yep.
and it just instantly is like you've known each other for years, and one thing leads to another, hey,
What
why
if
not?
he's a serial killer? What if he has, I don't know, like something, a weapon in his bedroom?
What if the sex is not what we should be concerned about, is that he's going to kill you while you're on the table?
But what if you go home with him and you don't know that he's a serial killer because you don't know him?
And you didn't Google him enough.
Well, I honestly think you don't
Because
really
they definitely
know.
have serial killer as their occupation on LinkedIn.
Here's the thing, though. You never really know a person. You can live with somebody for 5
true.
years and still not
Haven't you
know
seen a Lifetime
person.
movie?
I can speak to that. I lived with someone for 5 years and then he had a whole personality shift.
I have a personality
Yeah.
shift every day. I feel sorry for my
We know.
husband.
Okay, I do want to know, though, since we're talking about it, have you guys ever slept with somebody on the first date?
Yeah.
No.
Sorry, I just yelled.
No?
Oh my God,
Yes.
yes. Tons.
What? What does
That's a
that
yes,
mean?
that's a yes.
It wasn't a date? It was just a...
Oh!
Aaron Robinson had a
Listen,
one-night
I
stand?
had a past. It's in my past. It wasn't something that I'm very
Slow
proud
clap.
of.
Slow clap for Aaron's back.
We're here for you!
I had a past.
Support group.
And I learned from my past. That's why I'm telling you, I would recommend not doing it. It's not maybe the best choice. Although I did get an email from said person many months later, very attached to me because he hadn't had sex with me, and so he wanted more. So
I
Did you
feel
go back?
No. It was just like I had too much to drink, and it was a bad mistake, and I shouldn't have done it.
that's the other thing. If you're gonna do it, make sure it's not. You don't wake up and regret it. Do it because you want it, and you know that it's like you're gonna feel good about yourself
See,
after.
I regretted my situation.
Not me. That phase of my life.
Reasons why I did it because I knew that it was a bad idea.
I regretted it.
Dude, that was like the most empowering phase of my life. I've never felt more confident about myself than just doing things because I knew that I wanted them.
I agree, and I think that people should try out the waters before you go and get super serious with somebody
Before you
because
buy
you'll
a
never
cruise
know.
ship.
My
and
mom
drive
always
on
says you
Yeah.
gotta test drive the car before you buy it.
And also a few cars before you drive it,
Did
because
she-
honestly, let me
she
tell
mean
you, like,
sexually?
Yes.
I have a couple of friends that have been in relationships for very long term, like 2 or 3 years, and that's the only person they've ever been with. They break up with that person, sleep with a couple other people, and then they're like, I was having bad sex for 3 years.
Yeah.
So you kind of have to test drive a couple of cars before you settle down with one.
I just feel like with a one-night stand or someone sleeping with someone on the first date, I feel like alcohol is always involved in that
Yeah.
decision. So that's the thing. Take out the alcohol and then make the
who is
decision
for
based
us?
on.
No, that's true. Like being sober and sleeping with a stranger is like
That's a
Then
whole
you're
different
really into
level
it.
of
Just
accountability.
Okay, but that's after a long date. What if you had? I've had dates that have lasted 12 hours. You hang out with
Yeah.
them, it's going so well, you sleep over, then you wake up and walk on the beach together.
Yeah.
and
Oh
then
my
you break
God.
up.
Like a little beautiful romance.
Yeah. It's like
Where
a
are you
movie.
meeting?
yeah. I've also never
me
been on
tell
a
ya.
date without drinking. So
Well,
Yeah.
that's
Same.
your own problem.
and Lily's like, that's just the age we live in.
I don't really go a day without drinking. So dates included in that.
Maybe we're not the best role models. For
Yeah,
all
I
of
know.
us.
I just feel like make wise, responsible decisions.
And do things for yourself.
That's, I think,
if
the
you
key.
feel good and safe and confident and comfortable, go for it.
Why not?
Okay.
That's
well.
all. Alrighty, guys, tell us if you've slept with somebody on a first date.
Or if you would recommend it.
What are your
Tag
thoughts
them.
on the situation?
How was your experience?
Tag them in the comments.
Go into detail describing it for us.
Just
kidding.
No, but maybe DM us those details.
Not that kind of comment
Slide into
section.
the DMs.
All right, this episode's over, but it's going to continue on another. Click over to the left to see Chipotle announcing their drone deliveries.
And to the right to find out what has happened to Iggy Azalea.
Who?
Where'd she go?
Oh,